Travelling around the Caribbean, and my final interview has been a fascinating few days. Tell us your name, who you represent, and the nation you represent.
Right. Cardigan, I'm from Anguilla. I'm the Minister of Health, Tourism and Sports.
Right, sports we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about .ai, but first of all, the conference is about tourism, the state of play, basically.
Right.
And I say play because you're a former cricketer.
Sure.
We're going to be talking sport. What's it been like for you? What have you achieved in the first 6 months of this year?
That's a very good question. What have I achieved? It's always, the challenge is always when you're transitioning from one government to the next. The fortunate thing is that having been in government before, then I've got a pretty good idea of exactly what is expected. With tourism and sports, that was actually a portfolio I had before in 2015 to 2020 as parliamentary secretary. So in that sense, it was a case of just picking up from where we left off. Right. And the key was to make sure that we build on the foundation that was laid. And one of the things that we wanted to bring to the industry was really sports tourism. Because when you consider that for what we do right now in Anguilla, I think we cover quite a bit regarding selling the beaches and the hotels, but there's something special about, and it's all about people.
Which sports are you going to be focusing on?
We're going to focus on tennis. Again, that will be played, what we call the Anguilla Cup, that will be played in November of next year. And also golf. Golf is another sport that again, a beautiful golf course designed by Greg Norman at Aurora in Anguilla. And there are a number of tours and companies that will take advantage of that, but also more and more personnel from the Caribbean are very much interested in the game. But ultimately, it is about introducing the game to our youngsters as well, that one day they can either have a job from that, get some scholarships, and even end up being a professional athlete at it.
That's what I was going to ask you. What sort of level are you targeting? But I think you've covered it all there with that response. So.
Yeah.
And the other sport, your national sport?
Well, boat racing is regarded as our national sport, and there's something special about that in the sense that all of the island is into it. It has a history to it. That's why we call it a national sport. Cricket is what more of the Caribbean can relate us to, whether myself having played at Hampshire for a number of years, Omari Banks and Jamal Hamilton having played for the West Indies, even Casey Carty, who, although born in St. Martin, represents Anguilla. But again, I think is that although we play majority of the sports that's out there, the football, basketball, but again, on a small island of 15,000 population, you tend to again focus on those that can take us to places. And even track and field, if you consider that in England right now, or Britain, when you got Zarnell Hughes, who is the record holder in 100 meters and 200, again born in Anguilla, represented Anguilla up to the age of 17, 18, and then went off to, and is now representing Great Britain.
Yeah.
And there's
fantastic achievement.
It is, and I think what is vitally important is that when we talk about tourism and everybody's involved, we also want to bring something to our people to say that they can actually be part of it. It's not just working in the industry, but actually competing and be an attraction as well.
Now, the other aspect of this conference has been research, data collection. You are the place for data with having the domain .ai. So,
Yes.
I mean, apart from being a very wealthy economic driver, bringing in lots of revenue to your government, what else can you do with it?
We could do a lot. It's about education. You know what is vitally interesting is you have to move ahead of the times. We can't just focus on how we grow up and the likes, but the fact is it's here today and the world is using it. And the fact that little Anguilla, our small island, is the island that's associated with .ai, we have to do the best that we can to take advantage of that or utilize it. And the best way to do that is to make sure that our youngsters are educated through .ai, that they're very proficient in it. And again, so it really means something when we say that Anguilla is the home of .ai.
So what events will you be having to support your development of AI?
Well, we'll have the awards, the .ai awards. That again is easy. We will look to have a number of conventions where we can bring in the best of them to Anguilla. So it is a case of .ai means something. It's not just something that's out there in space. It is, if it's linked to this island, a small, beautiful island in the Caribbean, then it sells the story even more. So I think God has blessed us with a beautiful island, and the fact that the world wants to tap into .ai, and it gives us a great vehicle for us to really promote our destination as well.
You said blessed, I think doubly blessed.
Doubly blessed, yeah. We thank God every day, morning and night, morning and night.
Big smile on your face, says it.
Well, why wouldn't I be?
Exactly,
why wouldn't I have one?
Well, thank you very much indeed for joining us on Breaking Travel News, and wish you well with the World AI Awards.
Thank you for your time, and thank you for spreading the word about Anguilla and .ai.
Pleasure.